Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you can join me this Tuesday, August 12th, 2025, 6:30 in the morning. Here at Forex Smart Trade, we help people become profitable currency traders, and we do it in a way that makes it such that you don't have to spend a lot of time, energy, or effort learning a bunch of things. We've been doing this for 17 years, and we focus specifically on those few things that you need to know to be profitable at this. And we are so confident that we can get you to trade profitably that once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our funds and split what you make. So it's a win-win for both of us. So with that, let's get going and see what we've got. We need to listen to this guy, and then we will see what the market has.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
We coach with a number of different tools. First, we have a detailed curriculum that's been developed over 17 years that focuses just on the elements that we think you need to know in order to do this well. Two, we have group training sessions. We've got one-on-one training sessions. We've got videos that break each step down. But what kind of brings it all together is a personalized one-on-one training where you're working with somebody who's an experienced, profitable currency trader, who's been there, who's done that, and who can take you and guide you through the path of what you need to know to become profitable. You wouldn't go try to climb Mount Everest without hiring a local guide who's climbed it before. Just doesn't make sense. You want somebody who's been there, who's done that. It's hard enough that you need that help. Besides kind of training you how to read the indicators, we give you trades to just show how accurate they are. I do 3 live trades a week, Monday afternoon, and sorry I missed yesterday's. I for whatever reason my alarm didn't go off. That reminded me, and that just got away from me. But Tuesday and Thursday morning, every afternoon, I also send out a trade setup at around 4:15. Every morning, I check the charts, to take a quick look at it, and see if I can find a trade setup. And if I do, I send it out. So just to show you that, the indicators work, they're powerful. You pick a time, you look at the chart, and you see if a trade is there or not. Yesterday's trade closed profitably. On last night's overnight trade, we'll get into that in a minute. One of them closed, one of them still open. The one that's still open, we should probably close it if you haven't yet. Close close it right now. We'll take a look at that in a minute. When you become a member, when the company also sends out a trade at 9:30 if there's one. If it's not there, they will send out one as soon as it appears. When you become a member, every morning at 10 a.m. there's a trade. Every evening at 6 p.m. there's a trade. And again, there's lots of sessions, group coaching sessions. Anybody who's good at anything has a coach, works with a coach. And, even the people who are at the top of their game have coaches so that they stay at the top of their game. I like to work off of a little checklist so I don't forget anything, as I did yesterday with the afternoon live trade. During the session, generally, I don't take any questions. I'm just focused on trying to find a trade and pass it along. But if you'd like to talk or you do have a question, questions are good. Questions are important. Questions help you get better. I'm available to answer any questions and share what I know. Just go to my calendar, forexsmarttrade.com/schedule, and you can get some time. You can also try calling me or texting me if I'm available. I answer. I do office hours every Wednesday at 3:30, although tomorrow I will not be doing office hours. I'll be taking Ben up to Clemson, starting college tomorrow. I see Clemson's ranked at number 4 in college football, so that should be fun. Every morning, refresh your green chart. Green chart is what helps us become effective traders. It's simple, it's accurate, and we only need a couple good trades a day to make good money. At the end of every day, whether you're trading with us or with someone else, practice I like is to actually go back and take a look at our indicators. Have a simulator so that you can go back, not only to back test, but you can go back to that specific point in time and see what the chart was telling you. More often than not, if you look at it a little bit, you'll be able to find a reason why you probably shouldn't have taken the trade. Now, sometimes you can do everything right and it still goes wrong, but I find this review very helpful. We are technical traders. We are trading based on the price action, and our indicators are very good at telling us the direction of a move. But news also impacts currency prices, so we want to know what news events are happening. And I like to get my news events off of Forex Factory. Forex Factory breaks news down into 3 categories. Yellow, which is low impact. We ignore those. Orange, which is medium impact. I ignore these. And red, which is high impact. These are guys I want to trade around. And my general rule of thumb is I don't like to be holding a trade within a 2-hour window of the news event. So at 8:30 this morning, there's CPI. So this morning we will not trade the USD because we're within that 2-hour window. These numbers are already published and are sitting on somebody's desk, so they're just going to be officially announced. And people who are connected to people can find out early and start trading on it. And generally what happens is when it does get announced, there's a, depending on what the expectation was versus the reality, it causes a jump in the price. So we're not going to trade the USD this morning. So with that, let's jump in and see what we've got. We've got a dozen different signals, and when we train someone, we find out what their availability to trade is, what their risk preferences are, and we will customize a trade plan around that. The trade plan that I principally use, although it's not the only trade that I look at, is the 10-point trade signal. And basically, I like to do it on a 1 hour chart. Chart we're trading off of this morning is the Light 6 Major. It's one of our standard charts. On a 1 hour chart, the trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 40 pips. My sweet spot tends to be 11. On this trade, there are well, as I said, I'm trading off of the 1 hour chart. On a 1 hour chart, the trade should close anywhere within 1 to 3 hours. And as I said, it'll be worth somewhere between 5 and 40 pips. My sweet spot tends to be 11. So with that, let's take a look. There are 3 sections of the chart, and basically we want all 3 sections to agree with the direction of the lines, or the majority of the directions of the lines. And when that happens, we have a high probability trade. So even though we're not going to trade the Euro USD, let's walk through and see what we have. I start with the middle section of the chart, which is what we call the majors and minors. This red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. Horizontal red is the oversold line. Horizontal blue is the overbought line. So I'm looking for situations where we're overbought and the lines are coming down. And basically, I want to ride it through the channel. And here you can see the red candles. Or if we are overbought and the lines are going up, the green candle. So here we're oversold. So there's 4 things I'm looking for. 1, we're oversold, or we started oversold versus turning in the middle. 2, all the lines are going up, which they are. 3, the green line and the gray line have crossed over. They're both on top, which they are. And 4, what's the steepness of the green line? And I want it to be greater than 45 degrees. So I've got all 4 things that I want here. When I have everything I want here, I'm going to jump up to the TNTs. And each of these is kind of measuring the rate of change at a different speed. And I want at least 3 of the 4 of these to agree. So thick orange is going up, thin orange is going up, thick blue is coming down. So I've got 3 of the 4. When blue comes down, that means buy. When I have 3 of the 4 here, I'm going to jump down to my pressure. And I want these lines either going up, supporting the buy, or I want the green line on top. So I've got the green line on top. So I've got 1, 4, 3. So I've got 8 points. The next thing I would do is I would jump over and look at a full chart. And a full chart, rather than showing me multiple currency pairs, shows me just one currency pair, but for different time periods. 4 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour. And what I want to see is my confirmation on the 2 and the 4 hour. I want to be oversold. Oversold here. They don't necessarily have to be going up. I just want them oversold. Oversold here. So I've got my confirmation criteria. Reason I want these oversold is if this signal weakens, I can pick it up off of one of the longer term charts. It's just going to take longer for the trade to execute. Here, it's going to take 1 to 3 hours. Here, when this turns, it'll take between 2 and 6 hours. Here, it'll take between 4 and 12 hours. So each of the charts, it takes longer for the move to happen. So I've got my confirmation. The next thing would be to figure out what the trade is worth. I am not going to trade it because we've got that news item coming up on the USD. But what I am going to do is when we go to one of the other screens, I'm going to see maybe there's a trade here on the Australian dollar. Is the Australian dollar driving this, or is it the US dollar? Looks like it might be the US dollar. Although we've got some disagreement here, because here the US dollar is in the second place and we've got kind of a sell signal. Here it's in the second place and we've got a buy signal. So that's telling me the difference between these two is the Australian dollar. Euro USD, oversold. Everybody's going up. Double cross. Steepness is just at 45 degrees. Two orange going up, thick blue going down. But we don't have the pressure here. When we get off of this call, I am going to close this trade out unless this changes by the time we get off the call. When I got up this morning, this was going down. This was going down, and all of these were down. These are still all down, but I'm going to just close this out and take the small loss. Although we do have the down pressure, but it's not worth it to me, the kind of the risk of keeping this open. So if you took last night's trade, just close this out now. I'm going to do it when we hang up here. Pound USD overbought. Everybody's going down, double cross, but we don't have the steepness here on the green line. So I wouldn't take this. This is less than 45 degrees. Dollar Canadian dollars overbought. Everybody going down, double cross. Good steepness. We're almost losing it with this red. This red is almost flat. If this were flat, this wouldn't be a good trade. Also, I don't like it when the green line, and now it is flat, so I wouldn't take it. I don't like it when the green line is so far away from entering the channel. I prefer it to be closer, like this, or like this is probably as far away as I would want. Dollar Swiss franc, it's 3/4 of the way through the channel. Dollar yen. We don't have agreement yet. So I've cloned this chart, and we've got six more charts. Euro pound oversold. Everybody's going up, double cross, but we don't quite have the steepness on the green line, so we're going to pass. Australian dollar pound. We said to take a look at the Australian dollar. All right, this is a good signal. Oversold, everybody's going up, double cross, good steepness on the green line. We don't have what we need up here. This is just barely going up. Well, I guess you could argue we've got 3, but this is so close to being flat. I don't like it. The other problem here is we're trading off of a 1-hour chart, and it's evening in both of these markets. I want one of these markets to be actively trading, so I'm going to pass. Euro, Canadian dollar oversold, just about reaching oversold. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, again, it's evening in both of these markets, and we don't have agreement between the majors and minors. Pound yen, overbought. Everybody's going down. Double cross, reds on top, blacks on top, but we don't have the steepness here, so we're going to pass. Euro, Australian dollar, overbought. Everybody's coming down. Reds on top, blacks on top, good steepness on the green. So we've got what we want in here. Remember we said Australian dollar, when it was Australian dollar, US, where Australian dollar pair was first, it was a buy. Now it's a sell. 2 orange lines going down, 2 blue lines going up, all supporting a sell signal. We've got up pressure with red on top and the green pulling away. So I've got 1 point, 4 points, 4 points for 9 points. Let's go to our confirmation. Euro AUD. Overbought. overbought, just barely overbought. I want both of these overbought. Again, I want them overbought because when these are up here, there's less of a chance if this weakens that I'll get stopped out. And on some of the trades we do, the profit's predetermined. For example, on the overnight trade I do, Euro USD, it's 11 pips. Pound yen, it's 22 pips. Some trades are 5 pips. Some trades are what the ATR is. This is a trade where we need to figure out what it is. So let's go take a look. And Euro Australian dollar, I'm looking at a clean chart. And I've dropped some support and resistance in. Support and resistance are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. And you can see that here, over here, over here, over here, over here, over here. So I just kind of eyeball that. And because I am trading on a 1-hour chart, I want to trade within these bands, within the support and resistance, because I want to get in and get out quickly. So, for example, if I had taken a buy here, it comes up and hits, bounces, hits, bounces, hits. So I want to keep my trade within here. The other thing I want to take a look at is what is the trend. Here we kind of have a clear uptrend. And here, this is a very small downtrend, maybe. It's not that clear. And then I want to know how much room do I have from where I'm at to the back line, which is 5 pips, and from where I'm at to, come on here. Is. So that was 5 pips. This is 24 pips down to this candle. And I'm going to just move this out of the way here. And this is 32 pips from here to here. These lines tend to be about, on a 1-hour chart, 30 to 40 pips apart, which this one is. Let us take a look at, again, go back and take a look at the signal. Lost a little steepness. We got a little kink in the line. I want to see what else we have before we decide to take this. It's still better than 45 degrees, the green line, but let's see what else we've got. So the euro, sell on the euro, Australian dollar. Let's see what else we've got. We've got another 6 pairs approaching overbought. We don't have agreement. Overbought. Everybody's going down, double cross. The steepness of the green line is just barely 45 degrees. I don't like it that we've got this big gap here, so I'm going to hold off. New Zealand yen, this is a good signal. Problem is it's evening in both of these markets. Gold, dollar oversold going down. Euro, Swiss franc. Oversold, everybody's going up. Double cross, greens on top, grays on top. And we've got good steepness on the green line, better than 45 degrees, and get a little kink in the line where we're going from less steep to more steep. So I like that. 2 orange lines going up, two blue lines coming down. So all four are saying buy. I've got down pressure, but green is crossed over and is pulling away. So I like everything here. So let's do our confirmation. That was, what was that? I can't remember. Euro Swiss franc. Euro Swiss franc. Let me write that down. Euro Swiss franc. Oversold. Just barely oversold. I like to see the majors down here, but all right, so we have the confirmation. What's it worth? Let's do oh, they're already up there. Perfect. Drop in some support and resistance. Again, these are spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. You can see it's kind of bouncing here, bouncing here, bouncing in here. I just want to see if we see anything. When you crunch up the chart, it gives you more data points. So this is good. And it looks like we are trading into an uptrend. I want to know what the trend is, because if I'm trading against the trend, I want to be more conservative. Oh. So we get about 9 pips up, 6 pips down. This could be the support line also. In fact, it's more likely that is the support line. So 14 pips up. Let's look at the signal one more time. All right, we're going to take a 9 pip buy on the Euro Swiss franc. A 9 pip buy on the Euro Swiss franc. If you're using your simulator, you can take it in your simulator. This is a demo account. I'm going to see if I've got Euro Swiss franc here. Euro, I do not. So I'm going to go to File, New Chart. And it's going to probably be down in this third group here, Euro Swiss franc. I'm going to make it a 1 hour chart. I'm going to go to New Order. My lot size, I'm trading at 200 to 1 margin. I'm going to move this decimal place over 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1.25 be my lot size. I could take anywhere from half of that to double it. I'm going to just take the 1.25 market buy. I'm going to right click, go to modify. And we're going to go for 9 pips. 9 pips is 90 points. I just add an extra 0. I click the little blue button. It does the math for me. And we'll use a 3 to 1, 27. So 270. Click modify. And you know what I want to do? I am going to pull this down a little bit so that we're within this candle. And I'm going to pull this up a little bit so that we're just under here. So we took a buy on the Euro Swiss franc with a take profit of about 8 pips, with a take profit of 0.94237, and a stop loss of 93962. And we're going to expect this to close within the next 1 to 3 hours. If you want to learn to trade, you should find yourself a coach, somebody who knows what they're doing, someone who will be able to communicate what they're doing, someone who's not just selling you a course. When you work with us, you'll work with us for a year. Someone who has some sort of guarantee. We have a guarantee. We're letting you trade with our money. Because you're trading our money, we're interested in what you're doing. We don't want you to lose our money. And it provides an extra safety net for you. All right. Have a terrific morning. And we will, I'll see you when I do the 10:30 trade. On that trade, I don't like walk through it like I do here. I kind of go through it fast. But this is the best place if you want to kind of see what I'm thinking about as I go through it. Because you saw we saw a couple setups, and I decided to hold off on those setups till I found something that I liked. All right. Have a terrific morning. We'll see you in a little bit.